Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trends Tech. And today we are talking about brand new Apple Immersive experiences that have finally arrived. Finally, it's here. I just made a whole video last week talking about the biggest weakness of the Apple Vision Pro, where it was like the lack of immersive experiences. I even did like a live stream last night where I kind of just kind of gave up a little bit on the Apple Vision Pro. And what do you know? Not even 24 hours later, Apple comes out and they're like, hey, you want immersive experiences? Here you go. Here they are. So let's go ahead and go through this document here because this is just the announcement from Apple in their newsroom. And I can't remember all this stuff. So I might read some of this off, but we're just going to go kind of straight through it. So let me take my little cord and wrap it around there so I look a little bit better. Now, title here, new Apple Vision or new Apple Immersive Video Series, films, concerts, and more set to premiere on the Apple Vision Pro beginning July 18th, which is today. So we are actually getting an immersive experience later on today. Stick around for the details. Apple Vision Pro users will experience breathtaking series, films, and more spanning action, adventure, documentary, music, scripted, sports, and travel. Man, that was a mouthful. So Apple pretty much came out and they're like, hey, Apple Immersive, it's a thing. It's coming back to the Vision Pro, yada, yada, whatever. 3D video recorded in 8K with 180-degree field of view and spatial audio. So yes, you can use this with your AirPods and have the whole spatial experience, or God forbid you wear the Apple Vision Pro and AirPods Max. That should give you the spatial experience as well. I do believe that the speakers that are in here are spatial speakers, so you should naturally have a spatial experience if you just didn't want to use anything else besides the Vision Pro itself. Now, one of the series that was announced is called Boundless, and so basically it's a series, and it's supposed to be like these once-in-a-lifetime type of trips, Apple's, words and stuff like that. And that's what's going to premiere today at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So maybe by the time you guys see this video, you might be a little bit earlier or a little bit later, but it should be out and you guys should be able to check it out. This is going to start off with the hot air balloons. Now, for those of you who saw the Apple Immersive trailers, let's say maybe saw a demo or you saw it in the Vision Pro, they showed the hot air balloon very briefly. I mean, they literally showed somebody just, lighting the fire to kind of get the hot air inside the balloon. And then you saw someone actually, cruising in the air with the hot air balloon. But this is supposed to be the full experience that we're getting today. And so I'm excited about that. And I kind of like how Apple was like, hey, once in a lifetime trips, because I would never get in a hot air balloon. So I'm perfectly fine with putting on my Vision Pro and watching someone else get in a hot air balloon and seeing the experience without ever having to get in a hot air balloon. Also beyond that, they are saying the next installment or like the whole thing of like the series or whatnot for wildlife, because before we had like the whole rhino experience, we're getting elephants, y'all. So this is going to follow some elephants. I believe that these were elephants that were rescued or whatnot. Once again, we saw this in the trailer, elephants, running around, playing in the mud, stuff like that. So we're going to see that, but that's going to come out in August. So right now we got we have July and we have August as far as experiences. But wait, there's more. So there's also going to be another series called Elevated. And this is a quote unquote air travel series that will whisk away viewers around iconic vistas from staggering heights. Basically, you're going to be up in the air doing stuff and experiencing that through the Vision Pro. That's going to launch in September. So that's 3 months of dedicated content already. Remember last week when I was talking about, hey, Apple, you guys should just release a new experience every single month. I was dead on about that. I was dead on right about that. So that's kind of a cool thing. Just a little humble brag there. But the next part of the article says, later this year, users can enjoy special performances featuring the world's biggest artists, starting with an immersive experience from The Weeknd. I really don't watch The Weeknd that much or listen to much of his music, but if you guys do, hey, that's good for you. That adds to this whole musical experience that they've been building. And they started off with Alicia Keys, and that was really dope. So I still want to check this out and see how that goes. So later on this year, I'm assuming somewhere October, November timeframe, because they don't exactly say which month. They just say later this year. It could be as late as December is all we know. We also have the first scripted Apple Immersive short film, Submerged, which was announced at WWDC. Essentially, that's supposed to be a 100% fully immersive movie. I'm still waiting to see that because I want to see what Apple actually does with that, with movies, and how that's actually going to look. Because it's not like this thing where they take a movie that was shot in 2D and they transfer it to 3D. This is something that's shot in 3D and you get to see it in like these like super wide views or whatnot. They might have some close-ups or something different, but that's still kind of a cool thing. The other thing that we're getting is we are finally getting the NBA All-Star Weekend that they recorded. Once again, going back to the Apple Vision Pro demos, this is something that they teased to us, and we only saw a couple seconds of it. We saw some dunks, we saw shots from Steph Curry, people dribbling the ball, and I wanted more of that, so we are finally getting that. So that is actually going to come out, but I think that's also in the whole quote-unquote later this year, so we don't have an exact date on that. I'm going to assume either September or October, because I believe that they would release that right before the whole NBA season starts up and everything like that. Or we might get it at the beginning of October, because I don't think the season really fully starts until the very end of October. So that's how that could all line up. Also, you're going to have a whole behind the scenes thing with the NBA All-Star Weekend, which is something I absolutely want to see, because if you guys are into basketball or know anything about basketball, those tickets are expensive, okay? And usually the only people that get a chance to be on the NBA floor are people who are playing in the game, players themselves, or celebrities, or people with just a boatload of money. The fact that I could see that from the judges' table and their angles and all that stuff, I'm ready for it, but just bring it. Like I'm ready. I'm excited. As you guys can hear my voice, I'm like losing my mind right now. Going a little bit further down, you're also getting quote unquote big wave surfing, which is supposed to be like the first installment of a new series with Red Bull. Red Bull's already done some crazy stuff with like a lot of these body cams, and they're going to be adding on to the immersive experience. So, hey, that dude that wants to hop on a BMX bike and ride downhill at like 35 miles an hour and jumping through steps, cool. He can go ahead and do that. I will just watch him do it, but I'm pretty sure that experience is going to be awesome as well. We do have a couple more quotes here talking about how amazing Apple Immersive Video is and how groundbreaking and, you know, the realism and immersion and all that stuff. But another thing that we have here is a quote saying, quote, "From soaring over volcanoes in Hawaii and searching huge waves in Tahiti to enjoying performances by the world's biggest artists and athletes from an all new perspective." So they're like, hey, we're bringing it. So you're going to have some sort of experience where you're going to go over a volcano and you're going to be a part of people who are surfing in the waves. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how they made the camera waterproof enough to do that, but apparently since you can go underwater and look at sharks, they got that thing figured out. So there's a whole thing going on here. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper into this, we have, you know, Boundless. Viewers embark on trips that they've only dreamed of, where they meet inspiring people in extraordinary places. So that's going with like the whole hot air thing. They're going over some landscape that I can't even pronounce. I think it's Cappadocia. I don't know. You can correct me down in the comment section below. In another episode, there's Arctic surfing, if I could actually pronounce this correctly. That's going to be available this fall. And yeah, we're going to go watch some people try and surf waves in the Arctic. I don't know who comes up with these ideas, but you know what? I like it. As long as they get this into an immersive experience, I'm cool with that. So definitely going to check that out. Once again, as we scroll down the page, there's, you know, more pictures here about, you know, like the elephants and talking about them and like their story or whatnot. And then obviously we're seeing Elevated, where we're seeing like this huge aerial view. And so this is where it's probably going to be going over Hawaii and seeing the volcanoes all from the sky. So I actually like that view because we saw this before in another immersive experience with the climber and the helicopter passing over and all that stuff. So yeah, just breezing straight through this because, you know, I could sit here and talk about this forever. Then we have, Submerged. We got some more information about that. Submerged is supposed to be set during World War II of all time. So I'm wondering how that's really going to line up and make sense and everything. So we're going to see a 3D immersive video of someone in a submarine during a movie, which is going to be dope. Once again, they also announced, NBA All-Star Weekend, all the different features there. You can even see like the 3-point challenge and some other stuff. So yeah, I'm just ready for it. Just bring it on. Once again, debuting this fall, no exact time. We got the weekend, we got the big wave surfing. And then as we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we have empowering filmmakers with new tools for Apple Immersive Video. They once again re-announce and talk about Apple and their partnership with Blackmagic Design, and some stuff also coming out with DaVinci Studio and Apple Compressor. They don't mention anything about Canon though, which is really interesting, but they did say before immersive was going to be 8K 60 and above, yada yada, such and such, and I guess they're leaning that way with Blackmagic as opposed to Canon, but we'll see what happens moving on down the line. And that's pretty much it. You have a couple of, details down here below as far as, where it's released. So it's available in Australia, Canada, China mainland, Hong Kong, France, Germany, Japan, Singapore, the UK, and the US. So yeah, users in these countries and regions can enjoy a preview of Apple Immersive Video. So you can go see the demos in the store and blah, 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 such and such and such. But yes, we finally have it. Okay. Finally, we have a roadmap. I am happy. I don't feel like, Apple is dragging their feet anymore. 24 hours ago, I felt like they were dragging their feet. I'm just like, I don't know what Apple's going to do. There's nothing going on. There's nothing but doom and gloom out and about. And Apple comes out and they drop the news. So hopefully they can keep this momentum going and we can see more stuff from Apple. And let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Which experiences are you most excited for? I probably will make another video tomorrow talking about the experience, but it's going to be kind of hard because I can't share the experience with you. Apple's going to make it to where I can't record it. And honestly, that's kind of like their right. But at the same time, I don't know how I'm going to even describe half of this stuff. But let me know what you guys think. Once again, comment section below. If you guys like the channel and everything, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, y'all, take it easy. Peace.